Transfer news live. Liverpool agree £35 million deal. Sesko U-turn. Rashford's olive branch. Florian Wirtz has completed his transfer to Liverpool, but the Reds are not done yet as they eye Marc Guéhi, Milos Kerkez, and more, while Arsenal move closer to announcing Martin Zubimendi's arrival. We're only weeks into the transfer window, but Liverpool have already broken the British record to bring Florian Wirtz to Anfield from Bayer Leverkusen, which could end up costing them £116 million. Arne Slots haven't stopped there and have reached an agreement to land Bournemouth's Milos Kerkez, who is set for a medical next week after the Cherries agreed a fee of £40 million. Now the Reds are also keen on Crystal Palace star Marc Guéhi, but they have Arsenal for company. The Gunners continue to push for Benjamin Sesko as they eye a new frontman, but the RB Leipzig star's demands could still scupper the deal and leave the club looking elsewhere. Confirmation of Martin Zubimendi's move to the Emirates is also expected soon. Manchester United are also in the market for a forward, but also looking to facilitate the exits of some major names, which is proving challenging. The likes of Jadon Sancho, Antony, and Alejandro Garnacho all require new clubs and are expected to move on. Across town, and Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola has confessed he needs to trim his squad after seeing several new faces arrive, which has left him with a bloated squad with Ilkay Gundogan potentially on the way out. Football manager takes job at airport while on gardening leave after sacking. Swansea City axed Luke Williams back in February, and the former manager has decided not to rest on his laurels and has got himself a job working at Bristol Airport. Luke Williams has swapped management for a gig at Bristol Airport. Former Swansea boss Luke Williams is now working at Bristol Airport after a picture of him in a high-vis jacket went viral. The 44-year-old was placed on gardening leave in February this year and has now found himself work in a very different environment. Williams has worked at Swindon and Notts County in the past, and it was his work with the latter that caught the attention of those in Wales. He led Notts County to promotion from the National League via the playoffs and established them in League Two. His brand of football earned particular plaudits, and when he left Meadow Lane, his side were the highest scorers in the Football League. However, his stint at Swansea would last just over a year before he was shown the door. 7 defeats in the space of 9 games eventually saw the Swansea hierarchy opt for a change earlier this year, and Williams was given the boot. Despite receiving a likely payoff from the championship outfit, the 44-year-old has been keen to remain busy. As a result, he's taken a job helping disabled and limited mobility passengers around the Bristol Airport terminal. He started the gig 2 weeks ago. A photo of the ex-Swansea boss has done the rounds with Williams wearing his yellow vest uniform and a lanyard as he comes out of the lift in Bristol, which is the 8th busiest airport in the UK. The former Notts County boss has never been scared of hard work and has revealed that, in order to fund his early coaching career, he loaded lorries for BHS and drove minibuses to and from nightclubs and airports. He previously told The Guardian when discussing his work ethic, "Sometimes I would work 20 hours off the bat, get 3 or 4 hours kip, back to work. In my opinion, motivation in life is everything." Luke Williams was in charge at Swansea at the start of the year. "The realization in my late teens that life is going to be a monumental struggle for me, that life was about to become very tough, and the world would become very hostile for somebody with no qualifications, no contacts, working class, that desire to feed myself and look after myself kicked in. I realized that I was capable of tolerating almost anything, providing that I would be able to have a roof over my head and something to eat. That is how the motivation began. I don't think I've really moved away from that. I still feel as insecure in that way as I ever did. I want to win everything." Florian Wirtz seals £116 million Liverpool move. Liverpool have confirmed the signing of Florian Wirtz from Bayer Leverkusen, with the midfielder declaring his desire to win everything. Hello everyone, I bring you football updates on this channel. Comment the team you support so I can share news about it. I hope you've subscribed. Thank you for watching. The German will cost a club record £100 million, and his price could rise with add-ons to £116 million, which would make him the most expensive British transfer. Leverkusen had wanted €150 million, £127.6 million, for the 22-year-old, who also attracted interest from Bayern Munich, but weeks of talks brought down the price. Wirtz, An attacking midfielder, scored 16 goals and provided 15 assists in the past season in 45 club appearances. He has signed a 5-year deal at Anfield. Wirtz, who has played 31 times for Germany, succeeds Darwin Núñez as Liverpool's record signing. Núñez arrived from Benfica in June 2022 in an £85 million deal, but the forward is for sale after an underwhelming spell. I feel very happy and very proud. Finally, it's done, and I was waiting for a long time, Wirtz said on Liverpool's website. I'm really excited to have a new adventure in front of me. This was also a big point of my thoughts, that I want to have something completely new to go out of the Bundesliga and to join the Premier League. I will see how I can perform. I hope I can do my best. I spoke also with some players who played at Liverpool and they told me that it's perfect for me and every pitch is perfect. You can enjoy every game. I'm really looking forward to playing my first game. I would like to win everything every year. First of all, we have to do our work. I have to make my work. In the end, we want to be successful. Last season they won the Premier League, so my goal is for sure to win it again and also to go further in the Champions League. I'm really ambitious. Liverpool have also bought Jeremy Frimpong, a right-back, from Leverkusen for £29.5 million and have agreed a £40 million deal to buy the left-back Milos Kerkez from Bournemouth. Kerkez is due for a medical next week with a view to signing a 5-year deal, and Liverpool are also keen on the Crystal Palace defender Mark Guéhi. In a further part of the squad renewal, the goalkeeper Georgi Mamardashvili will complete his move to Anfield from Valencia in a £29 million deal agreed last summer. Liverpool are in talks with Leverkusen over selling the England under-21s defender Jarell Quansah to the Bundesliga club. Jobe Bellingham reveals reluctance to join Dortmund after Jude. Jobe Bellingham admitted he was reluctant to follow his brother Jude's path by moving from Sunderland to Borussia Dortmund. The Englishman recently moved from Sunderland to the Bundesliga outfit but revealed he was initially reluctant, largely due to following his superstar brother's footsteps. I don't really care how it looks, but it might look a bit contradictory to some people. I was perhaps being biased against Dortmund for a very long time, because I have anxieties and fears and you want to be your own man, but I don't think I should let those stop me from making the right decision, Bellingham told DAZN. So, for me, it was about choosing the right path, not necessarily a different one. I don't think my path has been the same as Jude's at all. But it meant if the right path meant signing for Borussia Dortmund as so many top young players, not just me and my brother, then why would I not do it? It would be a big mistake to sign for another club just because Jude's played here and it didn't go well. So either way, there are risks on both sides. There are pros and cons to every club. I did have a lot of time to think about it. And I know the fans and I as well were impatient. But my head and my heart, and that's all that matters. My perception is the only one that matters at the end of the day. So that's what I chose.